Hello, and you're very welcome to Maguire's Field for this Sigerson Cup quarter-final. It's UL, they're down to our left in white, and it's DCU Dóchas Éireann down to our right, they're wearing yellow. Both teams have been out in the field for the last 10 minutes or so on the pitch. In fairness to it, here in Maguire's Field in UL is holding up very well considering the amount of rain we've had here in Limerick today. Both teams are going through their last bits of their warm-ups. DCU have actually gone into a huddle. Before we go any further, we'll take a look at the two teams, starting with UL, and there are actually two late changes we were told about, which our graphic probably didn't have time to update, but there were two late changes for UL. Number 26, who is Sean McDonald, is coming in there in place of number 12, Michael Galvey. And the other change is number 25 is coming in there. So number 25 is Jack McCabe, and he's coming in place of Cian McHale, the number 14 there for UL Wolves. So two changes there for UL, number 12 and number 14 replaced by number 26 and number 25. Quickly we'll go through the team there anyway. Conor Flaherty is in goals, number 1. Full back line is 2, Colin Moriarty 3, Mark Dempsey the team captain, and number 4, Caleb Keogh. The half back line is number 5, Derek Cashman, 6, Cian Glennon, and 7, Daniel Walsh. Midfield is 8, Cathal Ryan, and number 9, Brian McNamara. Their forwards then are number 10, Frank Irwin, 11, Paul Keeney, and as we said there, the couple of changes, number 12 is replaced by number 26, so that 26 again is Sean McDonald of Mallow and Cork. Number 13 is Paul Walsh, 14 is gone as well, and he is replaced by number 26, as we said, by number 25, Jack McCabe. And then in the other corner you've number 15, Kieran Downs, the Clare footballer. Moving on to DCU Dóchas Éireann, and there has been quite a few changes numbers wise, so bear with us, but their starting 15 is at the moment, this is what we have. Number 1 is Cian McGuinness. Their full back line is number 2, Brian Masterson, 3, Jamie Grant, and 4, Sean Fitzgerald. Half back line is 5, Keelan McGann, 6, Rory Keane, and 7, Joseph Hagan. The midfield is 8, Matthew Costello, and number 19, Ryan Donoghue. Their forwards are 10, Dean Roberts, 11, Shane Walsh, and number 12, Shane O'Donnell. 13 is Patrick Hughes, 14 is Dylan McKeown, and 15 is Cian Hughes. It's much different from the one that would have been in the programme and was printed during the week, but that is as we have it. There's a few changes, a few admin issues, but basically that is the team as we have it for now. So we're nearly ready to go here in Maguire's Field. Just getting through the last bit of admin before the ball is thrown in here. Of course, a big evening for Sigerson Cup football. This is the first of 3 games that are happening this evening. Maynooth and Queen's are playing at 7:30, and TU Dublin and Ulster Universities are playing at 8 o'clock. And the draw for the semi-finals will take place straight after that game at 8 o'clock. So keep an eye on Higher Education social media to see the draw for the semi-finals. We're nearly ready to go here. The clock down to my left is at 0-0. It's in 18:35, which is about 5 minutes faster than the actual time, but UL like to stay ahead of things, and that's what they've done at the moment. So we're nearly ready to go here. The referee is about to throw in. The ball is up, the game is on, and we're straight away, the ball is thrown in high. We're expecting this one to be a lively encounter. And straight away it's the Dublin side who are on the ball, playing it down into the corner, trying to get an early score, trying to work their way into this game. It's back outside as far as Hagan. Hagan plays that back outside to the centre back, Rory Keane. Rory plays it on, keeps his run going, back to Hagan again. Hagan looking around and plays a nice ball over the top. It's punched cleared on, well taken in there by Glennon of UL, and now UL can start to motor. The team who made it to the last 2 Sigerson finals, they've lost the 2 of them, so they're fired up. They want to make it third time lucky. They want to make it back to a Sigerson final and win it this time. They're on the ball again and working it through the lines, working it through the hands, playing it down into the corner. Back to Sean McDonald. We mentioned he started today's game despite wearing 26. It goes back to him. That one is slightly overcooked, but UL have enough numbers there to pick that one up again, and they've worked it back between the 2 65s all the way back to Derek Cashman, the Cork man, won a McGrath Cup a couple of weeks ago. Plays it on to Moriarty. UL going through the motions, playing this one through the hands, trying to get every player into this game, playing it up around the 45. Nice ball inside to Cathal Ryan. Cathal Ryan plays that through now. Are the Limerick side about to get the first score of this game? Another lovely ball in, that's fisted. It's a cross, but it's easily caught there by Cian McGuinness in the DCU goals, the Longford Slashers man. And he plays it out, and DCU, who are under pressure there for the last minute or so, pick up that ball, and now they can work it from the back. Keelan McCann now on the ball as he comes out over the 45 looking confident. DCU played Queens in their first game out. They lost that one by a point, but they've lost the possession here now, and that one is knocked in, and UL have runners over. But again, good hands there, good quick hands. They've managed to work that. Shane Walsh back there involved for the Dublin side, and they can take this up, and there is a bit of space turned into. Both teams feeling their way into this game at the moment. Not a huge amount of intensity just yet. Shane Walsh goes back with that one back there as far as Dylan McKeown. He goes across the field as far as Hagan now. DCU again just changing the point of attack, holding on to the ball here. Decent crowd here moving in around the pitch here as this one gets going. We're about 2 minutes in or so. No score on the clock just yet. DCU the winners of this competition back in 2020. UL have never lifted the trophy. We hope to change that this year. Good run in there from Hughes. It looks like Patrick Hughes takes on his man, goes past two men. Still Hughes on the ball. Hughes heading for the 21. Can he get the opening score of the game? He can't. He loses his foot, and the referee says play on here. A couple of shouts from the DCU crowd. They felt that was a free. The referee though says play on. And now UL can hold on to the ball. They've worked it over there through Frank Irwin, the Mayo man. He gets a nice little 1-2. Nice little dummy there. The dummy bounce opens things up, and UL can come on the attack now. This looks like it's Irwin again who started this move. Irwin up to the edge of the D. Looks like he was talking about that one. He was thinking about that one. Pulls the trigger and strokes that one over the bar. Good score for UL. They're up and going inside 3 minutes here. And a good start for them. That one doesn't maybe go to plan, and UL have a chance again. A bit of a tug on the jersey as Daniel Walsh goes through there. He plays that into space in as far as Irwin again. Irwin picks that one up, just manages to steady himself and knock it over the bar. And Irwin has had a fairly good couple of minutes there. I've him down for 2 scores now. Frank Irwin does really well there. He got 2 against ATU Donegal earlier in the championship, and now he has another score here today. 3.5 minutes gone. That one doesn't go to plan either. It's worked out as far as Kieran Downs. He doesn't need to be asked twice. Puts that onto the right boot and strikes it over the bar. And as simple as that, it's UL now who lead by 3. Kieran Downs got 1-3 that first day out against ATU Donegal. He's had a good start to today's game. He got 1-3 when these sides met in the competition last year. Of course, it was UL who knocked DCU out of this competition last year. DCU got as far as the semi-final when they come up against today's opposition, and they lost them by 9 points. UL win that one again handy. Cathal Ryan takes a couple of solos. The ref has his hand up for the advantage. UL get that advantage in there as far as Keeney. Now the Leitrim man goes across the field over there as far as Daniel Walsh again, a man who's played and lost 2 Sigerson finals. Doesn't want to make a third time for him as he comes through on the left boot. Things open up for him from the half back line. Nice one. A lovely strike of the ball and over the crossbar. Daniel Walsh has been prominent in the opening 5 minutes or so here today, and things really did open up for him there. He had composure and he had the skill to knock that one over the bar. We're going to have a brief pause here as Cathal Ryan, the Ratmore man, just needs to fix his shoelaces, fix the shoe up there. Kerry under 20 back in 2022. He won the All-Ireland Club, of course, with Ratmore. The intermediate club last year, or 2023. Good ball down to corner now from DCU. Can they work something from this? Hughes is out in front of his man, but he's lost it. Good strong defender from UL, not letting that and past him. Teak tough back there as this goes all the back to Paul Walsh, another man who's played in 2 Sigerson finals. That goes across the field back to Sean now. He has the ball, he's been stood up. Paul Walsh calling for it again. He's picked it up again. Paul goes past his man. Paul, a man who went viral on the internet a few years ago when he went over and met Ronaldinho, the Brazilian soccer player, plays that across the field, and UL still have it, and it do look composed. They've pushed forward. They've only their goalie and 2 players back inside their own half. They've committed a lot of men to this attack, and it looks like it will work out from back as far as Keeney now. He thought about the shot on his right, came back in onto the left, and it's just recycled over there again as far as Cathal Ryan. He's got the boot fixed and he's back up playing again. Derek Ashman, the Cork man, there's an awful lot of talk about this fella down in Cork, and so far he's living up to the expectations. He goes across the field, and UL again just holding on to it. They seem to be working that far sideline an awful lot. Keogh gives that inside, and we're hearing a call here from Conor Flaherty, the goalie from Galway, is coming up. goes down on that, a man with plenty of experience at college level, outside the right boot, lovely ball, just opens things up, sends that in a fine mark, really well caught inside, things just opened up there. Once Flaherty came up from the goals, made his presence felt, played a lovely ball inside, and now a chance for another score for UL. Fairly scoreable position, all opened up from the goalkeeper. We have an asset like that back there, play it inside. That one is struck by Jack McKay, but Jack doesn't catch that at all well. Is it going to stay in? It's not. It's gone to the left and wide, and the call of next ball coming in from the management team here from UL. Declan Bruder over the UL side. He's 6th year in charge, the former Limerick under 21 manager and senior selector. Paddy Christie is over DCU, former Dublin player and current Longford manager. Decent height and distance on that one. It's going to drop here. No real wind here in UL, so it's all about the players' power behind this one, and UL have turned it over again. Now they've worked it inside up as far as Cashman again. Cashman heading over to 45, comes inside, Todd on the right, back onto the right again, shrugs off his man, takes his shot on, sends that high. Is it accurate? It doesn't look accurate on this occasion. Goes to the right and wide. The score remains 4 points to no score in favour of the home side. So Cian McGuinness in the DCU Dóchas Éireann goal. A man who's on a sports scholarship in DCU. He was a Longford under 20 back in 2022. There was a run came there. The run seemed to come there from Fitzgerald. He picks it up, calls the mark, but takes it pretty quickly. Fitzgerald still going strong, plays that one over the top, keeps his run going in as far as Costello. Costello gives a quick ball in, and DCU looking for their first score of the game down as far as Hughes. Difficult enough angle there. He's between the 21 and the 14, comes back outside as far as Costello again. Costello plays it over the top, keeps his run going. Oh, the ball doesn't get as far as him. There's a foul coming in there. Joseph O'Hagan was taken down there just outside the 21. And a chance now for DCU to get their opening score of the game. And it's going to be Shane Walsh, the Nafina man. Nafina of Meath. He got 2 points against TCUS Midlands. One of them was from a free, one from play. He got one against Fermanagh in the league last Saturday as well. A man who's playing county senior ball. Shane Walsh looking to get his side's first score of the Sigerson's Cup quarter final. He doesn't seem to have caught that at all right, and it goes out to the far side and wide. 8.5 minutes gone or so. 18 minutes, or I should say 8 minutes, and 8.5 minutes or so gone so far. Flaherty again looks composed. He plays that out into a space. He has a runner over there. Is he going to get to? Yes, he does really well, did Brian McNamara. He thought about the hand pass, then he comes back inside. Gets some support there from Frank Irwin. Frank goes back now again. UL looking really composed, just holding on to the ball. Mark Dempsey, their team captain from Kildare, plays that back out to the far side of the field, and now they can put on a bit of a burst. Now they can make a move on that far side of the field where they're doing most of their play at this point. We hear a good bit of movement here. There's a good few other things going on around here around UL, so I'm not sure you hearing a whistle there. A whistle definitely came in, but it wasn't from this match. But a shot coming in, it's dropping deep. Oh, it's a dangerous one. It's falling in around there. McGuinness does enough. He didn't know a huge lot about it, and it has gone out. It's going to be a 45. The umpire said that one has gone out over the line. A bit of a mistake back there in the DCU defence. Not held by McGuinness. Got caught maybe in the floodlights here in the night sky, but he did enough to stop it going past him. But he does that at the expense of a 45. So UL 4 points up at this stage. This is the first 45 of the game. It looks like it's Conor Corbett on the far side of the field, the Cork man, who's going to take this one. He looks like he's going to go over it. Possible. I should say it's Kieran Downs. I should say Conor Corbett, 15 on the DCU team. It's Kieran Downs who's going to take this one. The Clare man, who we've already seen score from play. He's looking at the post, going through his ritual. We saw him. He's had a fine campaign with Clare in the McGrath Cup as well. Puts his boot behind that. Does it go all the way? It looks like it is. Has it gone over the bar? It's not. It's gone to the right and wide. Some of the crowd here were cheering that one. They thought it went over, but that one goes to the right and wide. Short kick out from DCU, just looking to hold on to the ball at this stage. That one is played on over the top. The run keeps going. Nice spin out of that one there by Jamie Grant. Jamie has it now again. He put under a fair amount of pressure, but he managed to get away with that using his pace. He's still going strong between the 265. Plays that on inside as far as Joseph O'Hagan. Joseph has it now. Left boot plays it inside. There is a runner. Cian Hughes is in there, but he's in well marshalled inside by Moriarty. And it goes all the way inside as far as Cullen Farty, and Cullen picks that one up and gives it out across as far as Cian Glennon. Keane goes back out across the field as far as Sean McDonald. He has the ball now inside. A couple of players coming, 3 or 4 UL players in around him. Back as far as Keane. Oh, they go all the way back as far as Flaherty. You mightn't thank him for that, but again, he looked composed and gave another one of those out to the right boot kicks across the field, and UL can go again. Good ball inside as far as McNamara. McNamara spins out of the tackle. He's been put under a certain amount of pressure over there by Shane O'Donnell. Shane doesn't manage to hold him down. UL hold on to this one. They lose a bit of ground, but maintain possession of the ball, which is the main thing at this point. Goes across the field where there's plenty of space for the UL men to gather their thoughts again and go again. Mark Dempsey now. Mark on the ball here. Plays it inside, keeps his run going. He plays it out as far as Glennon now. Glennon on the ball. He spins that and keeps his run going. Back as far as Dara Cashman now. Dara on the ball. He goes back across the field. 2 or 3 UL men over there on the far side of the field. And now DCU have retreated. 13 of their players back inside their own 45. Just one player up. That one player up is Matthew Costello. And we see Conor Flaherty making another run here from the UL goal. He's called for. He's not going to get it. UL trying to make shapes over on the far side of the field through McNamara. The ball has gone out of play though. And here he is now, Flaherty calling for this one. The last time he got involved in play, it worked out really well. He put a great ball in. UL didn't get a score out of it, but they nearly did. Now they've worked it back out as far as Kieran Downs again. Kieran plays that inside. And UL have a bit of space over here in Dempsey. Dempsey now just crossing the 45. Comes back inside. Back inside as far as Keeney now. Keeney with the left foot. Oh, lovely incisive ball inside. Bounce twice out in front. UL managed to make hay with that one. Plays it inside. Here on to Downs again. Downs on the left. Looking for his second score of the day. And he's got it. Patient play there from UL. Just waited till things opened up, then played an intricate pass through the eye of a needle inside, and it was well finished by Kieran Downs. Kieran, the Kilmehel man, of course, won a Clare Intermediate title in 2023. They were beaten by Kilnamatra then in the Munster series. A foul there. Referee adjudged that there was a foul there on the DCU man, Cian Hughes. Is there going to be a yellow card for Cashman? Yes, there is an early yellow card, so he'll have to be careful for the rest of the game. Will the Mill Street man? DCU just hoping that there's a gap that they can try and exploit, but they're forced to work the way back. McKeown plays that across the field. And now with a bit of pace been injected in. Oh, I was going to say he loses his foot, but the referee says no, there's a little bit more to it than that, and I think there is going to be a free and potentially another card coming. Kieran Downs, I think, is going to get a word from the referee here. No, I think the referee changed his mind. Oh, because there's a little bit of a fray happened down to our left off the ball there. There must be 7 or 8 players just pushing. Nothing major involved in that. I was following the ball, so I didn't quite see what ignited that, but it seems like it's calmed down now. The referee has gone in. And has that done enough to distract him from giving out a card that he was going to do initially? That remains to be seen. Not easy being a referee. You need eyes in the back of your head. And things have calmed down now. No huge issue there. 5 points to no score for UL. So I think we have calmed down a bit, and the referee puts his notebook away. He hasn't handed out any cards there. So we're going to get restarted again with a free in to DCU. Nice ball inside to Hagan. Now Hagan was out. He was alert on the left foot. That takes a bit of a deflection, takes a bit of a block. UL will take that. I'm not sure it was intentional, but it stopped the ball going any further forward. The ball's slipping there. It's a cold night here. The hands are cold. Not easy. Keep control of the ball, but UL have managed to do it again. They've worked it over there as far as Glennon now. He's been pushed back out by the sideline. 3 or 4 men in yellow jerseys come in around him, converging around him and force him into a mistake. The referee there has made a decision. Has he decided to give a free out? Is that the decision in the end? Is he going to give a throw ball? Hard to see from this distance what is the decision. It looks like it's going to be a free in just by the way the players are lining up. It's taken short of a difficult enough one, and it's actually gone out for a 45. So the ball had crossed the line. It is a 45. Ryan Donoghue now going to take this one. The Cavan man got 4 points against TUS Midlands in the earlier stages of this competition. DCU worked that back there as far as Hagan. Hagan gives that back as far as McKeown. Brian Masterson now has it. He has support outside from Fitzgerald if he wants him, decides not to use him. Goes in as far as O'Donnell. O'Donnell drops the shoulder, goes past his man. Things have opened up. He's on the edge of the D, outside the right boot. Really individual effort there from O'Donnell. A lovely finish. The first score of the day for the Dublin side. Really well worked. Things just opened up for Shane O'Donnell, and he had the skill to finish it. They needed that. 5 points to 1 looks an awful lot better than 5 points to 0. There's only a point in it. It does just give them maybe something to work on as we are gone over the halfway mark in this first half. UL definitely dominated the first 12 or 13 minutes. They seem to sit off there for the last couple of minutes and invite DCU back onto them, and DCU get their opening score as a result. Downs now 2 points already in this game. He plays it up as far as Frank Irwin also has 2 points in this game. He spins one way, then the other, holds on to the ball. Nice little dummy solo, eventually gives it past Brian McNamara. Now Brian McNamara has 2 men on him, but he's holding on to the ball. Really good from the UL man. Gives it back to his team captain Dempsey. Dempsey throws it on as far as Keogh now. Keogh has players to his right if he wants to use them. Gives it on as far as Glennon now. Now Glennon has it. Glennon up there from the number 6 position. He's going for it. He's heading for the 45. There's a wall of yellow in front of him though. He needs the support. Goes back as far as Sean McDonald. He plays that over the top. Is he going to keep his run going? And he is, but he's not going to get the ball back just yet. But again, the composure of this UL side is something to behold. They're just waiting for things to open up, not taking on any pot shots from far out. Here comes Frank Irwin now. Frank plays that one in. Keeps his run going, and that one is back nicely dropped up as far as Dempsey. Now Dempsey has a runner outside him. That runner is Keogh. Caleb Keogh on the ball. Caleb heading for the 45. Is he thinking shot? He's not. He comes back inside, steady himself for a second. Back and fires Cathal Ryan now. Now Cathal has it. Cathal gives that on. He gives it in a lovely ball in as far as Walsh. Daniel Walsh. Oh, he went for the extravagant. He went for the outside of the boot. It just doesn't come off from him on this occasion. And the score remains 5 points to 1, coming up on 18 minutes gone here in UL. As I mentioned earlier, this is the first of 3 Sigerson quarter-finals on this evening. University of Galway against UCD is on as we speak. That's coming to the closing stage. We might try and get you an update on that just in a few minutes' time. But driving forward here is O'Donnell. O'Donnell already has a score for his side. Goes forward, goes left, goes right. Cashman is on him. Still he's dropped the ball. He kicks it soccer style on the ground. Doesn't work out. Back as far as Costello now. Costello takes his time on the second attempt. He eventually gets it up. Shoots there on the right boot. Difficult enough angle. Has he managed to convert it? Yes, he has. Good score there. It was Costello who got the ball over the bar in the end after good work from Shane O'Donnell. And just like that, there's only 3 points in this game, despite the fact that it have been UL who've been dominant in the opening 18 and a half minutes or so. DCU have come back into the last few minutes, got 2 scores, and as you said, 5 points to 2 looks a lot more healthy on that scoreboard. So Conor Flaherty looking around him, plenty of movement in front of him. He just has to pick the right option. Goes fairly short, didn't put a huge amount of power in it, but a huge amount of accuracy as Frank Irwin read the thoughts there really well. Now Frank has it. Frank is up to the 65, plays that one in. It's a 2-on-1 ball inside though. You wouldn't fancy the UL man to get it, and he doesn't on this occasion. Across comes Fitzgerald and he does enough, gives it on to Donoghue. Now Donoghue has it. Couple of players to his right calling for it. He's holding on to it. Now eventually he gives it. There was a bit of pressure there from Paul Walsh. He was forced to throw that ball off, and now again DCU Dóchas Éireann coming on the ball, heading for the 45, going one way then the other, back inside with O'Donnell again involved in most things. He's hanging around there in that 45. He's making a bit of a run. He's not going to get it just yet. Donoghue now has it again. Donoghue was spotted a few players but decides to come back and just hold on to possession. Back as far as Dean Robertson now again on the ball. Fitzgerald to his left, calling for it. Fitzgerald has it. Now Fitzgerald, is he going to attack that 45 line? Yes, he is. He takes it 10 yards. He's still going strong up to the 21. Tries to drop the shoulder. Goes back inside as far as McKeown. Now McKeown again, he's bottled up slightly, but he holds onto the ball. Back then as far as Fitzgerald again. Fitzgerald comes across. And again, UL do enough maybe to take the impetus out of the DCU attack, but DCU are still there. They still have the numbers. It's back to their main man, their danger man, O'Donnell. O'Donnell with the right boot sends that skyward. Is it going over the bar? Yes, it is. That's his second of the day. That's his side's third, and his side have clawed their way back into this game. Up the tempo, Dean. Up the tempo. The St. Eunan's man, the man from Donegal, as we said, he got 4 points the last day out. Man of the match in the Donegal under-21 county final back in 2021. He is a man for the big occasion, a Donegal senior of course, and you can see the quality he possesses when he does get the chance. He will be hoping he doesn't get too many more chances. Well worked move there, and Sean McDonald, I should say, picks that one up for UL. He gives it on as far as Walsh. Now Walsh keeps it going. The referee, he does him for too many steps, he says. Walsh was trying to make inroads there. The DCU boys stood him up and made sure he didn't get too much further forward. Back as far as Caulfield now. He has the ball. In fact, it's not. It's Hagan. Hagan plays that inside. Hagan, good defending inside there. But they're still holding on to it. Back as far as McKeown. McKeown back as far as Walsh. Walsh gives and goes. Gives it inside as far as Hughes. Hughes still has it and he plays that back outside. Again, both teams been very patient, but it is DCU who have had the majority of possession for the last 7 or 8 minutes. And they're making a count on the scoreboard slowly but surely. Still holding on to the possession. That one is back as far as Donoghue now. Ryan Donoghue thought about plowing that one in. Doesn't go for it. Second and third attempt holding on to the ball. Keeps his run going. But they're just playing the ball between the 45 and the 65. Waiting for the perfect pass. Keane had that. He gives it on as far as Hughes now. Now Hughes over the 45. Still Hughes. Puts on the afterburners. Try to break a hole there in the UL defence. Doesn't quite work for him. But they're holding on to the ball and they're making yards. Slowly but surely. That one goes back as far as McKeown. Now McKeown thought about that one. McKeown gives that one inside. Still working hard. Both sides really working hard. UL been really disciplined. DCU trying to get something here. Back as far as O'Donnell again. Shane O'Donnell has 2 or 3 players to his left and right, but he's holding on to it. He's looking around him, heads up football, looking for a runner, looking for some support. McGuinness in goals is calling for it. Goes all the way back to him. We've seen plenty of both goalies out the field in tonight's game already. And now they're attacking on the far side of the field through Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald, he loses possession, but he loses it as a result of being tackled illegally, and now there's a chance of a free inside the 45. Difficult enough angle, but they're going to try and take this on. The referee is asking him to hold on a minute. There's a DCU man who has to go in and tie his shoelaces, so we're going to pause for a minute as Matthew Costello is going to come across and take this free. He's going to take it out of his hands, it looks like, just inside the 45. A fair distance out. Is he going to take it on? There's a few runners gone in for him. Is he going to go short? He looks like he is. Plays that one down into the corner, and there might be something for DCU here if they can work it back outside. Back as far as Hughes now. Hughes has it, has a couple of options, ends up giving it inside. Then as far as Keane. Now Rory Keane with the orange boots on the right boot, giving a bit of space, and you can't give him time and space like that. Well finished there by the Mayo Gales man. He got 1 point the last day out, and now he has a point again today. He was on the under 20 team of the year back in 2021. And good finish from him there. Irwin now, another Mayo man on the ball. Huge pressure being put on him there, and he ends up holding possession but losing a bit of ground, and UL have it 5 points to 4. You wouldn't have believed that. There was a time, if you're joining us late, that UL led this 5 points to no score. But the Limerick side now, who are under a bit of pressure and haven't scored for quite some time, but now they have possession of the ball. Now they're trying to work it up through Dempsey. Dempsey being shoved back there by Hagan. Still Dempsey. Oh, lovely ball. Sets up possibly a move for UL here if they can exploit it on as far as Walsh. Walsh gives that in as far as Colroyd. Now Colroyd surely does a score on here. Goes out to his right hand side, trying to make the angle. Are they thinking goal? A shot from a difficult enough angle. Is it converted by Glennon? It looks like it is. Yes, it is. And UL will feel they really needed that score. They'd been under the thumb there for a long time. They worked it up well. The score might have been on slightly earlier. It was worked in as far as Glennon, and the Roscommon man put it over the bar. About 6 minutes of normal time left in this first half. It's ebbed and flowed the last 24 minutes or so. Good distance on that one, good height. It's what the midfielders want. They want to be attacking that. It's going to drop down, and UL have that. They have been good under the DCU kick out all night. That's a lovely ball into a bit of space. Is there a chance for Keeney now? He's heading for the 21. He puts his boot behind that, and that's a fine score from him, and an easy one too. He'll take presence like that all day long. UL won the opposition kick out, played it inside as far as the centre forward Keeney, and he knocks over his first of the day. He was a rising star, the Electric Ireland rising star. He was on that team last year, was Paul, and you can see the talent he possesses. McGuinness again, good distance on that. The last one didn't work out for his side. Is this one going to? It looks like it might. It's dropped to the ground. A few kicks go in for that. The referee saw something again there he didn't like. I think there was a late challenge maybe, and it's going to be a free out in favour of DCU. Going strong here now, the DCU man. Oh, just loses his footing at the wrong time. Goes to ground again. The referees didn't see it in there. He said it was all fine and they hold on to it. Oh, that was a good one around the corner pass outside as far as it looks like Keane now on the ball. Has a point already. Gives it inside as far as O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for number 3 for the evening. Puts his left boot behind that. Has it curled in enough? It looks like it has. The crowd here seem to like it. The umpire likes it. And that's number 3 for the Donegal man. Again, you can't give that man any time and space. He's sniping around the edge of the D all night long, and he's making it work for him. So Flaherty now, Galway senior goalie, plays a good ball over the top. Is there too much onto it? No, it's nicely taken there by Walsh. He does well, but he's hit with a big tackle there. He goes to ground. The referee is going to have a word there on the far side of the field. We could be seeing the second yellow card of the night. Derek Cashman already has one for UL. Are we seeing a yellow here to DCU? Looked like it's Shane O'Donnell. It's not, in fact, it's Dean Robertson. It's the other wing forward. So we're going to get going again, a free on the far side of the field. That one goes back as far as Flaherty. Across the field. UL building from the back there through Keogh now. Keogh has it. There's plenty of field in front of him to run into. He's still going strong up between the 265s. He goes back as he realises there's nowhere else we could really go. He goes back as far as Dempsey. Dempsey gives it across as far as Moriarty. And Moriarty goes all the way back to his goalie, Conor Flaherty, an accomplished hurler as well as footballer, of course. Played under 20 hurling and football with his club, or with his county, I should even say, back in 2020. He's caught in two minds there. He's forced to go all the way back across the field. The DCU management will be delighted with that. The pressure he was put under forced him to come across the field. But UL still have the ball, and there is a bit of space. There's a pocket of space in front of Dempsey here if he can try to exploit it. He plays that one on, keeps his run going, and now UL have really committed to this one. Glennon now on the ball, already scored tonight. He gives it back outside. Flaherty on the far side field calls for it. Flaherty gets it. About 2.5 minutes of normal time left in this first half. Good ball in as far as Cashman, who was all on his own. Cashman's well able to take a score. Thinks about it on the left, thinks about it on the right. He eventually loses his footing. He went down. There was nothing to do with the defender, says the match referee, and it is going to be a free out. No real complaints from the UL players there, which makes you think it was the right call. He did seem to maybe lose his footing there when he was trying to decide would he go left, will he go right. And now that's a lovely ball. Now DCU have something on here. Lovely ball outside the right boot, and they're working it. There is only two of them up inside here, but can they work it up as far as Costello now? Costello still on the ball. Two UL men trying to close him down. He's coming out to make the angle a bit easier for himself. Plays it inside. Can they work something from here? Hagan now thinks about, the lovely little dummy solo. 3 players he takes out of the game with that one. Has he managed to get that between the sticks? Yes, he has, and what a fantastic effort. Really good kicking football down, and they get a fine score finished by Joseph O'Hagan. That is one of the scores of the evening. Lovely ball, work down the line. I think that has levelled things up. The scoreboard here is jumping around between the different scores, but it's now decided. It really hasn't made up its mind, but the score you have on your screen is correct. But the one here in Maguire's Field, I'm not sure it is correct. But UL are on the ball now. They're not bothered about the score at the moment. They have the ball. They want to get another couple of scores. As that one's worked down to MacDonald. He's thinking about this. He shoots. Has it gone between the posts? The referee has his hand up. We're going to come back for a free in for UL there, as Sean MacDonald was fouled as he took that shot on. And looks like it's Paul Walsh is going to take this free. Paul has 3 points in the Sigerson Cup coming into today's game. One of them from a free, the other one's from play. All-Ireland minor winner back in 2018. Paul taking this one on with the left boot. Has he managed to curl it? He's got behind that. Is there too much curl on it though, it looks like? And it curls out to the right and wide. So the score remains 7 points to 6. We're into the last 20 odd seconds, maybe nearly even gone over the time here in Maguire Field. There hadn't been too many stoppages, so maybe 1 or 2 minutes will be added on at the end of this one. Hands go up, it's nicely taken down there by McCann. He's on the ball now. He has support inside, but he doesn't need it just yet. He's still going strong. He's heading down towards the 21. He plays it back inside, gets a bit of support. DCU continue on their attack. That one is turned over though. UL do well to turn that one over. High tackles coming in. The referee says there was a foul, but UL have the advantage. It looks like it's Frank Irwin now. Frank on the ball. Frank coming inside. Plays that over across as far as McNamara. Now McNamara has it. He plays it on. UL are attacking at huge pace. Now Keeney plays that one in. It's a one-on-one ball inside. A high one dropping down. UL look like they have it. The mark isn't able to be called because the ball hit the ground. I think there was a slight bit of confusion there between a number of things. The UL man felt he was fouled there inside. I think it might have been Jack McCabe. The referee decided, no, you were the one doing the foul, and apparently says the referee, and now DCU have a chance to go. Now they've worked it up there. They've worked it up as far as Hagan now. Hagan, who's been very prominent in this game in this first half. He goes back, plays that back across the field. and it's still DCU in possession of the ball. Dylan McKeown now. Dylan has it, takes a couple of solos, going forward. He wants to get a score before the end of this half. Is he going to get it? They're still going strong here. Still good work from the Dublin men. The Dublin men are on the attack, but they're forced to go back there. They're forced to go back as far as Hughes now. Hughes on the ball, takes on his man, tries to drop the shoulder again, but again UL just have too many men there. There's 5 men in front of him there, but that means there must be space inside. That's what they're trying to exploit. That one is dropping in. There might be a chance of a score. It's in there as far as Costello. He goes back outside as far as O'Donnell. O'Donnell looking for his 4th of the evening. Is that one going to go over? It doesn't look like it. It's gone to the left and wide, but he is so dangerous. And that looks like finally we've heard several whistles here tonight, just where we're positioned here, our commentary position. There's pitches to our left and right and behind us, so we're hearing whistles all night. But that whistle we just heard there is for half time, and the half time score here is UL 7 points, DCU Dóchas Éireann 6 points. A lively first half. UL were on top for the first 10 or 12 minutes. They led 5 points to no score at one stage. Then DCU came back into it. Good work from them. But it was UL who finished with the last score, and the half-time score here in UL Maguire's Field is UL 7 points, DCU 6 points. We're going to pause for half-time, but we'll be back with full coverage of the second half very shortly. Welcome back to Maguire's Field here in UL for this Sigerson Cup quarter final. The first quarter final has finished in the last few minutes, and it's UCD who have won that game. They go through on the scoreline of 114 to 1-6, so UCD go through. They're the first team through to the Sigerson semi-final. Be interested to see here over the next half an hour who will join them. The 8 o'clock game, which was due to take place between TU Dublin and Ulster University, be live streamed here on this page. It has actually been pushed back to half 8. The University of Ulster bus apparently broke down, so that game has been delayed by a half an hour. So if you're waiting for that one, it'll be thrown in at half 8. But we're back here in UL, and straight away it looks like DCU are on the attack, and they've worked that one in around the edge of the D, and a chance for them to get their opening score of the second half. Is the referee going to have a little bit more to say than just a free, though? He's over there, and again he's having a word with one of the UL men on the far side of the field. Again, he seems to be taking down a few notes here, so there may be another card coming, and it's a yellow card there. Oh, is it? In fact, is it a red? Can't quite see from this distance. Our cameraman there might have picked up more than I did. He certainly made his way off the field. We'll stick with the play for a minute and try and get that confirmed, but he's definitely made his way off the field. There's a chance for DCU now. DCU on the right boot taking that shot in. It was potentially a black card. It was just we saw on the red side, but I imagine that's probably what it was, as that one goes over, and it's Dublin. And DCU looked like it was Jamie Grant who got that, the opening score. A small bit of confusion going on here. A lot of different things happening. We're maybe 100 yards or so away from where the referee showed that card, so hard to see from this distance. I think it was a black card, so we'll assume it was a black card there for the UL number 3. Mark Dempsey, the team captain, going off the field. Down is played down into the corner, and there's a chance for McCabe. Now McCabe gets on the ball, throws that one up, and UL got on the attack here over there on the far side of the field again, trying to work something from this. And have they got something? They look like they may have 7 points apiece here at the opening stages of this second half. And UL on the ball now, working it in through the middle, working it there inside as far as Daniel Watts. Daniel has a point from the first half, and he is going strong. He has Cashman beside him. Cashman doesn't get it just yet. Daniel holding on to the ball. Daniel been pushed back out towards the 65. He's been pushed back out. Good work there as far as Moriarty now. UL down to 14. That one goes back as far as Lennon. He plays that one over the top. Good ball into a bit of space. UL have to work really hard for the next 10 minutes or so till their team captains come back onto the field. They have the ball now and they're working it back there as far as Keeney. He has 1 point from the first half, the lead through man. Back as far as Moriarty, the man from Enniscall in Kerry. Takes a couple of solos. Dara Cashman calling for it. Dara has it now. Dara plays that. He keeps his run going. He's expecting to get the ball, but Frank Irwin won't give it back to him just yet. Frank now drops the shoulder. He's coming in towards the 45. Again, thought about the shot. He's a bit of a distance out, so he gives it back as far as Moriarty now. In fact, it's back as far as Cashman. Cashman has it. He goes back to Irwin now again. And Irwin, Connor coming out the field again. We know he's able to spot a pass again outside the right boot. Plays it inside. Lovely ball inside. Absolutely brilliant. We saw him do that in the first half, and he's done it again in the second. The same combination in as far as Jack McCabe. The last time he caught a high ball, this time he catches the low ball. The last time he drove the resulting mark wide, unfortunately from his point of view. Has he learned from it this time? He goes to the right boot. He certainly seems a lot more confident this time. Again, that is much closer. Is it going to go between the posts? It doesn't look like it has. It hasn't. It's gone to the right and wide. So twice we've seen him do that move. Twice it's worked out really well, besides just finishing off with a score. But something I say we will see a lot more. And now it's coming to McCabe again. Can he make up for missing that one just a couple of seconds ago? Takes a shot inside. The referee's hand up for the advantage. They go back outside. They're not going to need the advantage. UL get the score. Good work. Good movement. All them players involved in that one. And it finished by Sean McDonald. He finishes that off in the end. Good score from him. And UL will be happy to get a score on the board as they're down to 14. Dropping again there. Paul Walsh is over among that. It's Paul Walsh going to get onto it. Referee said that was taken directly off the ground. And UL have it free between the 45 and the 65. They're going to go again back to their playmaker and goalkeeper, Conor Flaherty. Conor looking around him again. He has the time to just stand there and wait for it. He's well out of his own goals. That doesn't seem to bother him too much. Kicks it 5 or 6 yards and UL hold on to this. It's going all the way across the field. It's a dangerous enough one if it's cut out, but it's not. Keogh has it now in plenty of time and space. Now Keogh has Cian Glennon calling for it on his left out here on the sideline underneath our commentary position. He's holding on to this and he eventually does give it to Glennon. Glennon who has a point from that first half. Now he's over the 45. We know he's able to score. Gives it back as hard as Keogh now. Keogh comes inside. Is Keogh thinking shot? He's not. He looked like he was looking to try and play that off to someone. Back as far as Glennon again, and Glennon eventually A lot came in on top of him there, and eventually he's going to be a free in, and a free in for UL. They worked that one well. They were patient. They came up from the back. Hugh was involved in it. So too was Glennon. Men you'd expect to see closer to their own goal driving forward there, but it's going to result with a free in. And Paul Keeney is going to take this one. He has won from play in that first half. Man who's willing to play basketball as well. Won in All-Ireland with his school back in the day. Now here he goes. Here goes Keeney again with the right boot. Looking good. We're right behind that one. He strikes that over the bar. He knew that was going between the posts the moment it left his boot. So we're back with the ball at the feet of Cian McGuinness. Cian's been put under a bit of pressure. He had to change his mind there. It works out just about. A few hands go in with that one, but DCU have enough numbers back there, and Hagan gets onto that, and he plays that one forward. He plays that up the line. And now there might be a chance. There's plenty of encouragement coming from the sideline management here in front of us. That one is half blocked, and UL turned that over. Cathal Ryan now plays that inside, and there is a bit of space here for them to run and get into. UL on the ball again. 3 DCU men come in, but don't do enough to stop Keeney. He goes to ground. Daniel Walsh on the ground. Tackle coming in high on him. He's going to go down and take a bit of a breather. And just to reiterate there, the 8 o'clock game, TU Dublin against Ulster University, due to throw in at 8 o'clock, is now going to throw in at 8:30. And the other result from the Sigerson Cup from earlier today, University of Galway against UCD. It was UCD who won that one, 1-14-1-6. The draw for the semi-finals will take place after that game. That game that throws in at 8:30. So keep an eye on our social channels for more information on that. UL now back on the ball again. Kyo takes possession of that. He keeps running after he gives that one on as far as Irwin. Irwin goes back as far as Flaherty. He won't mind that. He loves to take on the ball, as we mentioned. A man who played under 20 hurling a few years ago as well as football the same year. He kicks that one out, well kept, nice with a soccer skill out there. Does he do enough though? I'm not quite sure he had. I think the lines went over there. Or have we a sub coming on potentially? DCU back in possession of the ball, coming inside, dropping the shoulder again, one way then the other. It's that man who did all the damage in the first half, O'Donnell again comes out onto his right hand side, not an easy angle. He's hitting that one in more and hope to that net. It's off the crossbar, and it's well saved there by Flaherty. He had to be confident and agile, and he does enough. That one easy could have creeped in underneath the crossbar, but it doesn't on this occasion. And the wind has kicked up a slight bit since this game started, and it is favouring DCU in the second half. Paul Walsh picks that one up now. Paul has it. He lays that one on as UL try to run this one out of their own defence. Good strong running there for Frank Irwin again. Frank has it. He plays a little inviting lob in over the top. It works out. Well taken there by Cashman. Cashman has it now. 3 men in yellow come on top of him. They do foul, and the referee says play on though. Back as far as Cathal Ryan. Cathal Ryan was running into a bit of a brick wall there in Donoghue. So we're going to come back. There's a hand on the back, says the referee, and it is going to be a free in. A free in for UL. And it looks like it's going to be Keeney again. We saw him score one from a similar position not so long ago. And now they have a chance again. He has one from play and one from a free. One in the first half and one in the second half. His side lead by 2. So here goes Paul on the edge of the D with the right boot. Gets a nice curl on that one. Strikes it between the posts and strikes it over the bar. McGuinness trying to get things going as quickly as he can. The referee is telling him hold on a second though. So it looks like 2 changes there for DCU. Number 19 O'Donoghue has gone off the field, and number 15 Hughes has also gone off the field. Trying to keep an eye on who are replacing, and we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll bring that to you as quickly as we get it. We'll just keep an eye on what's happening out there, but it's going to be McGuinness now who's going to get going with this one. Unfortunately, there's no official here with a board, or there's no PA, so we'll just have to use our eyes to try and spot a number we didn't see in the last few minutes. But UL have the ball again. They pick that one up again through Glennon. UL are looking lively in the last few minutes. On to Irwin again. Irwin, who's instrumental to everything UL are doing this evening. He goes back as far as Keeney now. Keeney goes back again. And number 18, Kevin Quinn, has definitely come onto the field. He's one of the men introduced, a man from Wicklow. The man who's got great heritage. His uncle, of course, is Kevin O'Brien, the only ever Wicklow All-Star. But Kevin Quinn is into the fray. He's wearing number 18, UL on the ball again. It's Irwin over there. He's been put under savage pressure. Is he going to hold on to the ball? Again, the crowd over there getting very animated. That's when he is booted out over the stand there by Keane. We're going to have a slight pause while we get the ball, I imagine. And we get going again. We'll keep an eye out who is the other change for DCU. We'll bring it to you as quick as we can, but definitely number 20 is all to come onto the field. We've been told that is Senan Baker, another man with famous lineage that we might get to in a second. We might get to it now. Senan is the son of the great Ollie Baker. Senan is onto the field to clear hurler. That one is a lovely ball inside. It's going to drop. There's 2 men in there. There's a chance for DCU. Can it be finished? Goes across the goal. The man who's just onto the field, really well saved. It's still there. The man we were just speaking about a couple of seconds ago, Baker. He's only on the field a number of minutes. He almost had a goal chance there. Was really well saved. Flaherty made himself big, and now down the other end of the field, here goes Kieran Downs. Kieran has 2 men on him. He cuts inside. Is he going to take the shot? And he is. He was rushed slightly, but that might stay in. There still might be a chance. It's going to drop down. It's bouncing. It might fall favourably to UL, man. It's not going to on this occasion. But just to reflect back on that brilliant chance there, it came in a few minutes ago from Senan Baker. Had a chance only onto the field a couple of seconds, but was really well saved by Flaherty. And the score remains 10 points to 7. But it's DCU seem to have got a certain amount of confidence from that last move. They've worked their way in. It's over there again as far as O'Donnell. And it's going to be a free in just inside the 45. And UL look to be back up to the full complement. Mark Dempsey, who received that black card, looks to be back out onto the field. And UL are back in possession of the ball. They're fighting for that one. It's not going to come up too easy though. But now they have it eventually. Good work over there from Keogh. So it's back to 15 on 15. DCU in possession of the ball. Maybe didn't get as many scores as they would have liked while they had the numerical advantage. Now it's over there as far as Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald going for the 45, going for the attacking 45 again. He has support over there through Hughes. He gives it back there as far as Fitzgerald now. Fitzgerald again being stood up back there again as far as the man Quinn we talked about him a few minutes ago. He plays it in as far as Hughes. Hughes has it now back as far as Quinn. He's well able to take a score outside of the right boot. Looked like he got too much bend on that. He did. It goes to the right and wide. He kicked the winning point in the 2021 county final for his club Blessington. A kick that'll never be forgotten up there in Blessington, did Kevin Quinn a few years ago. I think the game was 9 points apiece when he got the ball in the dying moment of that game and struck it over the bar. On this occasion it just didn't work out for him. And we're paused again there as the referee on the far side of the field is having a word. Looks like he's having a word with Shane O'Donnell is over there anyway.
Next 60 seconds, UL! You're on! Next 60 seconds! Next 60 seconds!
And it looks like maybe O'Riordan, number 32. We'll keep an eye on a few other changes there. Yeah, O'Riordan, number 32, is onto the field for UL. Nicely taken there by Downs. He plays that into a bit of space, and UL can come on the attack there through the man Justin O'Riordan. O'Riordan plays that on, keeps his run going. That one is knocked back to him again. Kicks that on the volley, sends it through. Good defending from DCU. They read that one really well. They have the numbers back there, and now they can start something from deep inside their own half back line. Good ball then outside as far as Hagan. Hagan plays it on. DCU have it. They're still fighting hard for this one. 3 points in this game is all. They're fighting for a place in this Sigerson semi. Out in front of his man, nicely taken there. Oh, but he's lost it. The referee is calling it back though. Again, he's calling it back. He's having a word with one of the UL men. That UL man seems to be Paul Keeney, the man from St Mary's in Leitrim. And he's got himself a yellow card. He's got 3 points in this game. And now he has a yellow card as well, and we're going to have a free for DCU. That one goes back as far as Keane now. Keane on the ball. Gives that on it. That's coming in from way downtown. It's going to drop in as a Danes one dropping in around the house. They're looking to get punched on it. It's bouncing. It's still bouncing. It fisted into the back of the net. And that has gone into the back of the net off the fist of the man with the goal chance just a couple of seconds ago. It looked like it was Baker. He got the last fist on that and knocked it home. And this game is all square again. It bounced a couple of times. It was causing danger inside there. The defenders were looking at it. The forwards were looking at it. And eventually it was punched into the back of the net. This game has to be decided on the night. We could be going to extra time. Who knows? If it stays as it is, that's where we'll be heading. But 10 points to 1-7 now. The man who's only onto the field, 6 or 7 minutes? He's had 2 goal chances. He's taken one of them. So Conor Flaherty, after conceding that goal, puts fine distance on that. UL want to get something straight away, and that's nicely taken. It wasn't held though, and DCU can come again, and they've knocked it in as far as Hagan again. Hagan on the ball, takes it on the left, shoots from a decent distance out. Again it's a dangerous one, dropping in around the house. Again it's half punched, but it's well cleared out there, and UL can go now. They really want to get the next score. DCU have been on top for the last while. Keeney now just got a yellow card a couple of seconds ago. In as far as the Kerry man, Paul Walsh. Walsh has it. He's heading for the sideline though. He's been relatively quiet in this game. He gives that back as far as Cashman. Now Cashman, we've seen him score from here before. He dinks that one in over the top. Oh, it's not held. It's going to come back out, but it's not held because there was a foul going on in there, and it is going to be a free in to UL. And this one is one they'll desperately want to convert. Jack McCabe, he's been lively. They've been trying to target him with balls in. He's caught 2 fine marks. Didn't manage to convert either of them, but he has been a hassle for that DCU defence all night long. Kieran Downs just having a word with the referee there. I'd say he's just making sure he's made note of all the fouls the DCU defenders are doing as he'd see it. But it is going to be a free in now, and a chance for Keeney to go again. He has 2 frees converted in this second half. Scored 1 from playing the first half. On his right side, very similar position to the ones he's converted previously. He'll be feeling confident about this to put his side back into the lead again. Has he managed to curl that one in? Has he managed to get it just about? He seemed to judge that to absolute perfection. It swung out to the right and then came back in on the left. A cool finish from the Leitrim man. So DCU go short with the kick out. They go short there as far as Fitzgerald again. And Fitzgerald has been stood up, but he's been fouled. And now they're able to come across the field. The high ball is something that seems to be working for them in the last couple of minutes, and something we'll expect to see for the remainder of this game. Good strong running there by Hughes, takes on a couple of players. This one goes back out as far as Masterson now. Masterson on the ball, players calling for the head of him, he gives it on to them, keeps his own run going. That one goes back as far as O'Donnell, been slightly quieter in this second half after a huge performance in the first half. They got him 3 points. Back as far as Shane Walsh. DCU have lost ground again, but this time it's over there as far as Grant now. Grant plays that on. Coming forward, here looks like it's Costello over there. Costello gives it back outside as far as Keane scored in the first half. That is a huge one, huge amount of height, and again it's bouncing very high there, and it's DCU have managed to take it down again, and maybe they can work something into a scoring position from here as they're heading out to try and make the angle slightly more bearable. And they've come a long way out, all the way back out as far as Shane Walsh now. Shane Walsh plays that across the field. And there's 4, 5, 6 DCU players over there, but it's Grant who's on the ball. Grant is the one driving forward now. He plays that back. DCU again just slowing things down now, back to their main man O'Donnell. O'Donnell has 4 players around him. He just needs to decide what he wants to do with her. Is he going to try? He does. He goes around the back door, and now things might open up inside. Hagan gets that one on. Hagan goes back. Just doing a little triangle of hand passes. Costello now on the ball. UL are back now and they're set, so it's going to be very hard for DCU to try and break them down. 11 points to 1-7 here in Maguire's Field in UL in the Sigerson Cup quarter final. That's a huge one, another big booming ball. We talked about we're going to see a lot more of that, we'd imagine, before this game is over, but UL deal with this one well and they come out with it, and they'll hope to have learned from the mistake that led to the DCU goal a few minutes ago, which, if you're joining us late, came from a big drop and high ball that was eventually punched to the back of the net. And it's UL who have it again now. Worked it back there through Kyo. Kyo goes back to their footballing goalkeeper, Conor Flaherty. He loves to get on the ball, loves to come out, as we're seeing more and more in the modern game at all levels. Oh, he's under a bit of pressure there. O'Donnell tried to close him down and he did a good job in it. But now UL have it. Now they're going. That looks like it's Downs over there on the far side of the field. Kieran Downs still on the ball. He has 2 points from that first half. He's looking for some support. He gets the support. Good ball inside. You will have a few numbers over on this side of the field if they want to use them. They've played that one inside. Looks like it's McCabe. McCabe is outside. He plays it out as far as Keeney now. Keeney looking over the 45. He looks outside as far as Frank Irwin. Frank Irwin eventually gets the ball. Now Irwin does a little solo. Thought about going down the end line. Realised the angle was a bit tough. Decides to recycle it back as far as Mark Dempsey, who's back on the field after that black card. Now he's over the 45. Plays that back. Back to Irwin again, the Mayo man. His father, Gabriel, won an All-Star back in 1989 as a goalie with Mayo. And Frank Irwin's putting in a big display here today. Cashman goes back outside. Everyone's committed to this one. It's back in Irwin's hands again. And he plays that off. He goes on his run again. He's trying to just spark things for his side. It's just not going to happen this time. And UL are just going to be patient and hold on to it. DCU now are back. They've only one player outside of their own half, we'll say. They've one player up front, we'll call it. Every other player is back. But now UL, it's up to them to try and break down this defence. They're well used to this. Cathal Ryan plays it over the top. Good strong run, and there is a bit of space here for McNamara now. McNamara goes inside, drops the shoulder over the top. Now things are opening up. There's a shot on here. He shoots on his left hand. Oh, it's hit off the post, and it goes out wide, but it doesn't matter. We're coming back. It's a free in, and there's going to be another sub for UL. But they did well there. They were patient. They worked it all the way in, and it's going to be a free. It's a free that Paul Keeney is going to take. And he scored the previous ones he had from a similar position. And Luke Murphy, number 27, has come onto the field for UL. Didn't see who made way, but can definitely let you know that Luke, that one of the fine score. Luke has come onto the field just as Paul kicks that one over the bar. Paul Keeney, 4 points for Paul, all from frees in the second half. One from playing the first. Plenty of height on that one. Plenty of players go for it too, but it drops down to a man who stayed in the ground. McNamara, the UL man, takes that present of that one and plays it on. Bit of a push coming in there. The referee says play on though. It's Cian McHale, who was due to start but has come onto the field in the last few minutes wearing number 14. The man from My Davidson Mayo. He's going to be onto the field for the remainder of this game, and UL again have committed plenty of players for this. O'Riordan is here in front of us. The Limerick man is going to be calling for it. He's not going to get it just yet. Now it's heading for O'Riordan. He has a bit of space here out by the sideline. He's been stood up well there though by McCann, but he goes past him. Still O'Riordan coming inside. Nearly loses his foot, and the referee says it's all fair though. He comes inside, plays it off. And there is a bit of space here now for Dempsey. Does he fancy a shot on his left? I don't think so. He's heading down to the corner and wants to get the ball to the shooters. One of them shooters is Downs. Downs has it now. He's been stood up well though. Back as far as Irwin now. Irwin on the ball inside the 45. Oh, good little solo. Show and go, makes a bit of room for himself. Goes back outside. The ball isn't held, but Cashman gets it on the second attempt. Dara Cashman does well. Past 2 or 3 players, goes across the field. UL look threatening at the moment. McNamara has it now. McNamara plays that into space. There is runners there. Can O'Riordan do something over there? We saw him on this side of the field a minute ago. Now he's on the far side of the field. Calls for a free. The referee says no, play on. And DCU have turned the ball over. Now all their men are back. They need to go on a counter-attack here. All the players that are supporting this man going forward need to get up there quick. And who is it? Only O'Donnell at the end of this move. O'Donnell going strong now. Now he needs some support inside. There isn't a huge amount of men in yellow in front of him. It's a difficult enough angle. You can't imagine he's going to shoot from there. He's going to hold on to it, slow things down, and goes all the way back as far as Shane Walsh. Shane Walsh to McCann now. Fitzgerald calls for it, and Fitzgerald gets it. Fitzgerald has a bit of support in front of him. He's not going to use Hughes just yet. Takes on his man now. Hughes wants it, but there is a foul. The referee says there's hands all over him there. We're going to have a free in. DCU are looking to take it quickly. I'm not sure is the referee going to allow that. He is, I think, though. He says play on, and DCU come across the field now. Shane Walsh plays it over as far as Masterson. Masterson gives that out, and DCU again just been patient with this one again. Keane has 1 point from the first half, gives it in as far as Grant. Now Grant has it. He's putting on the afterburners. He's trying to make things happen. He has a few players inside him. He's not going to use them just yet. He goes back outside as far as Walsh again. Now Walsh is looking up outside the right boot. Look at the curl on that one. Is it going to have the distance? It's dropping in there. It's fisted, but it's well saved again. Them balls are dangerous. They're causing nightmares for that UL defence, but it stood up well this time. The ball doesn't go past them. We've seen a few moments of panic inside there. It's how the goal for DCU came earlier in this half, but on this occasion UL stand up to that one. Downs is back there. Downs does well, forced to go back there as far as Keeney. and Keeney is fouled. The DCU players don't agree. The referee has been very dramatic in how he's explaining, in fairness to him. You can't say the players weren't told why that free was given. And now UL have it again. And they can go on the attack. Nice ball play inside to McNamara now. McNamara, who's really tried his heart out there, up and down the field. Cathal Ryan is calling for it. He's not going to get it. McHale has it now. McHale does well to ride the tackle there. In as far as Daniel Walsh now. Daniel has a runner. That runner is Moriarty. Cullum is on to this now. Cullum holds over the 45. There's men trying to close him down. Keane is coming in on top of him, but he plays it on inside. There might be a chance for UL. The ball drops to the ground, but it's picked up there by Daniel Walsh. Daniel has a point from the first half. Back as far as Irwin now. Irwin's coming in looking for his first score of the day. It's what he well deserves for all the work he's put in, and he gets his reward in the end. He's been up and down the field. He's trying to create things. In fact, that's his third score of the game. First score of this second half. And it's no more than he deserves. He did well there and finished with aplomb. 13 points now to 1-7. Since DCU scored that goal, they haven't scored again. UL have steadied themselves and managed to get the next 3 scores after that. And now they're coming again though. When they're dropping in those big balls, anything can happen. That's what they'll feel. Now it's Hughes on the ball again. Where's Hughes going to go? He's looking around and he wants some support. He gets the support eventually. It's Baker now. Baker on the ball. Has a goal already. Taken that one. Difficult enough angle. Has he managed to convert? Has he put it over? Yes, he has. 1-1 for the man, as I said, who's not on the field a huge amount of time. But he doesn't need a huge amount of time. He gets his score. 1-1 for him. So Conor Flaherty now looking around him. The players have all gone centre. Now O'Riordan makes a run out to the side. They're trying to hit him. It goes over his head, but there's plenty of pace on that one. But it's going to drop down to DCU, and now they have a chance to go. Now a lovely ball inside. DCU can make something work from here. They have plenty of players over. There's not a huge amount of UL men back for a change. So maybe they'll feel they can get something. Again, a high one coming in. They're going for the score directly from this occasion. Out. Difficult enough angle, but they've managed to get their score. And it's one they badly needed. As I said, they hadn't scored since they got that goal. And from a difficult enough angle there on the far side of the field, they've converted. Conor Flaherty doesn't seem to be in any hurry to take this one. Looking around him, if you're just joining us late and you're wondering what happened earlier today, UCD are through. They beat University of Galway 1-14-1-6 in that game. And the Ulster University against TU Dublin game that was meant to throw in at 8 o'clock has been put back until 8:30, and now throw in at 8:30, and it'll be live here on the Higher Education YouTube channel as that one goes inside to McCabe. McCabe is out in front. He plays that back outside, and UL really carve open the defence there. Back as far as Downs now. Downs was a little bit losing his foot as he struck that one, and it showed in the finish. It was good build-up play. It just didn't get the finish it warranted. And the score remains 1-9 to 13 points. Again, that one is nicely taken in the air by Hagan. Hagan takes that one quickly inside. He's looking to try and get into Quinn. Now Quinn has it. The Wicklow man going forward here. 2 UL men coming on top of him. Manages to shrug them off. Goes to the right boot. Trying to curl it. It's off the crossbar. It's still there. Baker's in on top of it. Flaherty does well. And not for the first time today. We've seen Flaherty as cool as you like when the ball hits the crossbar, and it can absolutely bounce anywhere. But he's composed. He's already played. This is his 3rd year playing Sigerson Cup. He played in the final the last 2 years in a row. He wants to get there again this year. He wants to win it this time. And he was composed under that one. Made sure it didn't go past him. And he was fouled on the way out. That crossbar is leading a charmed life. It's been hit a few times here tonight. But as yet, Conor Flaherty has only been beaten that one time from that fisted goal maybe 10 or 15 minutes ago. Oh, and maybe that is the end of Conor Flaherty's day. He seems to have injured himself. The referee is given the call to say you need to get someone else on. So is he going to be replaced? There's a sub on there for UL as well down the other end of the field. But definitely the referee is given the indication. Or was he just telling UL bring on that sub? Flaherty seems to be okay and he's up and ready to go again. So that is good news from a UL point of view. The Galway keeper is able to play on. Plenty of movement in front of him. Where's he going to go? He looks like he's under pressure a small, but then eventually he decides I'm going to hit this as far as I can, and he can sort it out there, and it seems to have worked out to some extent for him. UL go down on that one. Cathal Ryan does well to win that one. The referee said the ball was taken off the ground before that, and it is going to be a free in. Not a huge amount of time left here. So every ball is vital. Every ball has to be won. Costello now with the left boot goes a short distance outside. The crowd here chanting on the home side, hoping they can hold on, but DCU didn't come down here for nothing. They last won this title back in 2020. It feels like a lifetime ago for a college with the history they have. They've won 5 Sigersons UL, yet to make the breakthrough. Shane Walsh on the ball, back as far as Masterson again. Masterson trying to see, is there any chink of light there in the UL defence? UL have everyone back at the moment, trying to protect that lead they have. Back as far as Fitzgerald. The crowd here getting a little bit impatient, but now Fitzgerald is going to try and break that down. Fitzgerald going strong. Is he going to think about a shot himself? Things have opened up a small bit for him. Has he a right boot? The angle is getting a little bit more difficult. He threw the hand pass up, but he was well turned over there, and UL have managed to win that one back in there. Coming out there, Keane O'Grady was the man to have the ball in his hands there when the referee blew the whistle for a free out. UL gleefully take that one. That one is kicked 10 or 15 yards forward. Tackle coming in there by Cashman. Cashman rides that one well. The referee says play on, though you have the advantage. McNamara plays that one forward. Things have really opened up inside. Can this one be finished inside? O'Grady all in his own. He's not on the field very long, but he got on the end of that move. The man coming all the way from Castle Gregory, 31 in his back. Is that the insurance score? It may very well be. We're hearing 2 minutes. 2 minutes is what we're hearing is going to be played on in this game. It remains to be seen. As we said, there's no official board, but both teams can't let up here. They're going for it. And right now on the ball we have Hagan. Hagan goes across the field. A dangerous one. There's a bit of zip on that. It's dropping down. 3 or 4 UL men go under it, and they have enough numbers there. Keogh is the man. Come out with this one. Caleb Keogh on the ball. He's taken that off the ground. Not for the first time tonight. We've seen the referee give that signal that was taken off the ground. Now he's giving a signal for steps or a chain. He's telling us there's another sub happening, and it's Kieran Downs who's going off the field. UL making a very late change in this one to try and steady the ship back there, and they're bringing on number 19 there, Jack Fallon, another Mayo man, a big tall rangy player. He's going to do his best to get under that crossbar, stop the ball going in over anyone's head, but DCU have a chance here. 14 points to 1-9. They need a big score here. Are they going to try and get the major? Are they going to tip the ball over, maybe hope to win the next ball? Out by the sideline, plenty of big players in around that. Quinn is in there for DCU, so too is Baker, who fisted the one to the net a few minutes ago. That one's a difficult enough angle, but doesn't seem to have caused a problem as that one is struck over the bar. A fine effort from out by the sideline, and DCU are still in this game, just 1 point in it now. The next ball has to be won, and it's going to be vital who's going to get on the end of it. Flaherty, he's not going in any rush, and there's a DCU man gone down right in front of the referee. I think he just tripped over himself according to the referee, but as we play on, and UL have it now, they can't afford to lose the ball. DCU, all they want is to get that ball back. High tackle coming in there. The referee says that is a free, and that feels vital. The home crowd here really like that one. And you imagine UL won't be in any hurry to get up and take this one. Just over exuberant there on the part of the DCU players. Just 1 point in this one. Knockout football, you expect a certain amount of this, and yellow card there looks like for Sean Fitzgerald. Looks like we're nearly ready to get back up and going again. UL getting as many players back as they can. It was Daniel Walsh down there getting that bit of attention, but he's up and he's ready to go again. UL just want to hold on to the ball. They go short there. It's well held. Still holding on to the ball, coming across the field back as far as Cashman now. Cashman has the ball. There's plenty of players calling for it. The new freshman in are looking for it. That's played out. There's almost too much of that, but he is going to get it. He's going to get down there. On top of that is Jack Fallon. Jack on the ball. He's been held, but Jack rises the tackle, goes well, plays it back outside as far as Cashman now. Cashman thinking about that, but Keeney is in a better place. Paul Keeney now on the ball again. UL happy enough to play the ball down here. Just hold on to it. And the referee says, I've seen enough. 1-10 to to 14 points is how this one finishes. UL hang on to win by 1 point, and their dream of winning their first ever Sigerson Cup lives on. They lost the last 2 finals. They're 1 step away from making it back to that final. 110 to 14 points. UL win by 1 point. And one other small bit of housekeeping we have to do here on the higher education stream is to pick a man of the match. There was a load of standout players on both sides. Just looking down through some of the scorers, even the real standout players, Shane O'Donnell in the first half for DCU really stands out. The second half, UL seemed to keep a shackle on him fairly well. But from our point of view, from the player of the match here, we're going to give it to number 10, Frank Irwin of UL. He was up and down the field all day long. He got 2 points in the first half. He got 1 in the second half. He was instrumental to everything that UL did, and we will give him our man of the match. So if you bear with us, we'll take a look back at the best bits of that fantastic game, and when we come back, we'll hopefully have a word from the man of the match, Frank Irwin. Welcome back. Delighted to be joined by UL's number 10 and our man of the match, Frank Irwin. Frank, how are you feeling after that one?
It was huge win now. We dogged it out. We did the same thing last year up in NUIG, and it's unbelievable to get over the line again. Like, it's huge, and we'll go back and we'll be ready for next week now.
Talk to us about your game plan, I suppose. You started off really well, maybe took the foot off the gas slightly in the first half. Talk to us about the performance overall, I suppose.
Yeah, we know that we try to play to a kind of structured system. First 10 minutes it was going, we played very well, but again we took the foot off the gas. We've done that in a couple of games now. We need to kind of brush up on that. But Jesus, when we needed a couple of balls there, Jack Fallon came off the bench, won 3 huge balls. Eli came on, 2 huge kickouts as well. So just like that, 5 lads came on and every one of them made a difference, and it was just huge in the end. The whole people kind of contributed. Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about the pressure that's on players, I suppose, playing county, playing this very busy time of the year. How are you finding all that?
We play it because we love it. I love coming out. It's a nice little, the inter-county, you training away, but then you come out here you play a match during the week, and we love it. It's great fun. It's great.
Big year for UL, going for the 3rd final, I suppose. Wanted to get over the line this time. Is there much talk about that, or how are you going to prepare for that going forward?
We've never really mentioned it. We know it's there in the back of our heads, but we just got to take it game by game now and get ready for next week. And look, we'll all we know is that we'll give everything we have. We'll leave ourselves out there, and we'll see what happens.
Brilliant, Frank. Thanks very much. Go in and get talked out. Thanks very much for talking to us. That was Frank Irwin there of UL. If you want to bear with us for another couple of minutes and watch a couple of highlights, we're trying to go and get a word with the UL winning manager, Declan Bruder. So bear with us for a couple of minutes. We'll try and get a word with Declan. Unfortunately, the UL manager, Declan Bruder, just got away from us. He's gone to the back pitch warming down, we've been told. So we won't have a word for him, unfortunately. Don't forget, there's a couple of other games coming up on the higher education YouTube channel, Sigerson Wise. We've the Ulster University game, of course. That one is thrown in at 8:30. It was delayed by half an hour, but that one is thrown in at 8:30. And then, of course, after that, we'll have the draw for the Sigerson semi-finals. So stay tuned for all that. Thanks very much for your company here this evening. I've been Paul Jenkins, and we'll talk to you again very soon.